Hello everyone, this is Turd Flinging Monkey, and we're going to continue our series of how to become a winner. Now the first video is more of background of why I'm doing this series and kind of a taste when it comes to rethinking retirement, essentially. But I don't want this to be a unstructured hodgepodge of random thoughts. I want there to be structure. So I came up with kind of a 4-principle system. So it's going to be a fairly self-contained mini-series with about 5 episodes. This is going to be episode 2, and we're going to begin this system. Now I know the text is a little small, so let me just blow this up so you can read it, and we will go over this. Alright, so I've created this kind of a 4-step, 4 pillars, whatever you want to call it, how to become a winner. So number 1, you need to take stock of yourself. Know your strengths and weaknesses, know what makes you happy, ask what you want to do with your life. Number 2, women are not a priority. Take responsibility for your own life. Start at the beginning, start simple, and develop your strengths. Number 3, right now is the time. So this is talking about setting goals. So they need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Also known as SMART goals. Number 4, away you go. Work smart, build momentum, and work your ass off. And that's how you become a winner. Now I know there's a lot to take in. So I want you to think of like the first word in each of these things. So if you can't remember, just remember the first word of each one. Take women's rights away. So if you just remember take women's rights away, that's how you become a winner. How do you become a winner? That's right. You take women's rights away. So if you just can't remember what the steps are, just remember to take women's rights away, and that's how you become a winner. So anyway, let's begin with number 1, take stock of yourself. A lot of people just don't spend time understanding who they are. They rely on other people to tell them who they are or tell them what will make them happy instead of asking what makes me happy. And the reason why most people live unfulfilling lives, the reason why most people aren't winners, is because they rely on other people to tell them what to do. They rely on other people to tell them what will make them happy. And that is really stupid. It's okay to ask other people's opinion about something you've never tried before. Like, what do you like? Maybe I should try that. There's nothing wrong with that. But basing your entire life off of what worked for other people is really stupid. Now imagine you met somebody that you really admire. Someone that maybe has achieved what you hope to achieve one day in your life. And you went to them and you asked them, let's use Michael Jordan as an example. Oh, Michael Jordan, you're so successful and you've achieved so much in your life. I want you to tell me what TV shows you watch, what your favorite food is, what your favorite color is, all these random personal things. And I'm going to adopt those. I'm going to make your favorite TV show my favorite TV show. I'm going to make your favorite color my favorite color. I'm going to make whatever food you like the food I like. Is that going to make a difference in your life? Is that going to make you achieve what Michael Jordan has achieved? Probably not. It has nothing to do with anything. The things you like, the things you enjoy are personal. Asking other people, even people you admire, what they like and enjoy has no bearing on your life. It's really retarded to think so. So if you're not going to ask Michael Jordan, what his favorite color is, or what TV shows he likes, so you can copy them, why would you ask Michael Jordan what makes you happy? It doesn't make any sense. It makes as much sense to ask somebody what makes them happy and emulate that as it does to ask somebody what your favorite color is and to emulate that. It doesn't matter what makes them happy. It matters what makes you happy. It's your life. You need to figure out what makes you happy and do that. However, there's a temptation to make happiness, the emotion of happiness, the goal. If you shoot for happiness, you will fail. The goal is not happiness itself. The goal is to live a meaningful life, and you will achieve happiness as you pursue your meaning and purpose. Happiness is a symptom of living a meaningful life. If you shoot for happiness directly, you're going to miss it. And that doesn't make intuitive sense, but think of it like women and money. If you chase women, you won't have women or money. Because you'll spend all your money on women, the women will leave you, you'll have nothing. You won't have women, you won't have money, you won't have anything. However, if you shoot for money, and you earn money, all these gold diggers will come look for you. So by not focusing on women, but focusing on achievement and money, you get the money and the women. If you focus on women, you get neither money nor women. Happiness is the same way. If you focus on living a meaningful life, according to your own purpose and according to what makes you happy, you will be happy. If you focus on finding happiness as the goal in and of itself, you're going to be miserable. I also want to emphasize that happiness isn't pleasure. Pleasure and euphoria and excitement are not happiness. You will get extremely bored of that because of the things like the hedonic treadmill, which I've talked about in the red pill grief cycle. You have to understand that your brain adapts to whatever life you're living, whether it's really bad or really good. So things that you really enjoy are going to become boring over time. So if you're always chasing the high of excitement and euphoria, you're going to get burned out, you're going to be bored, and you're going to chase bigger and bigger thrills until you're ODing on drugs. So don't do that. You're not going to always be happy, even if what you're doing makes you happy. Like, just for example, for me, I love what I do. I enjoy every day. If I won the lottery, I would still do this. However, it's still work. Every day isn't just full of excitement and wonder. Some days I want to phone it in, like it's still work. Even if it's meaningful work that you really enjoy and you wouldn't want to do anything else, every day isn't always an adventure. And that's okay. Because as long as you just take stock of your life and ask yourself, what would I rather do? And if the answer is nothing, I really like what I do. It doesn't have to always be a great day. Every day doesn't always have to be amazing. You don't always have to feel excitement and euphoria. As long as you're enjoying your life and you're finding meaning and purpose, that will help get you through the rough patches. But if you're chasing the euphoric thrill of excitement, then any day that you're not feeling excitement, you failed. Something's wrong. You have to go find something that's going to make you feel excitement again. This is why a lot of marriages break down, where women just like, I don't know, we just lost the spark somewhere. We used to be so passionate, and I don't know what happened. We just fell out of love. No, you didn't fall out of love. You just got used to each other. New pussy always feels better, at first. But then, after a while, like the hottest, and I could tell even with Celestina, for the first 6 months, I was putting miles in that pussy. But after about 6 months, like, you know what? I don't have to hit it every day. It's going to be there. I can chill out. I can be more productive. So, that's what I did. Kind of, all right, you know what? I got this bomb-ass pussy. I can let that sit. I can go focus on something else. That pussy's going to be there. I can hit it when I need to, but I got shit to do. It doesn't mean like something was lost. The spark is gone. It's just life happens. Let's talk about your strengths and weaknesses. This is very important. You don't want to waste your life going after something you're not good at. I've actually talked to people who've written me. They're in college. They're studying for something like STEM, to be an engineer. And they're failing their classes. But they wanted to be an engineer because money. But they're really bad at it. They don't want to apply themselves. Now, you have to ask yourself, only you know the answer to this. If you are majoring in something and you're failing the classes, it's one of two things are happening. Either you're really just not cut out for it, like you're giving it 100% and you're still failing because you're just not cut out for it, or you're slacking and you're not giving it 100%. If you're not giving it 100% and it's really what you want to do, then I don't know, you need to cut some shit out of your life so you have the energy to apply it to what you need to do. If you're giving it 100% and you're failing, you need to figure something else out. Now, personal example, I'm really bad at foreign language. I had really good grades in high school. I'm basically an A and B student. I got like a 3.5 in college. However, when I took foreign language, I took a semester of French and did not do well. I do not do well with foreign language. It's not my strength. I think I got a C, and I worked really hard. Like, I didn't want to get a D and fail the class, so I busted my ass, and I got a C. And I never took another semester of foreign language after that. I was like, done. No more, never again, not doing foreign language, I'm out. Because foreign language isn't what I'm good at. I'm weak when it comes to foreign language. So I didn't do anything related to foreign language. Now, if you're good at foreign language, that's great. If you have a strength somewhere where I'm weak, that's excellent. We don't all have to be cookie cutter versions of each other. We don't all have to be good at the same things. So there are things that you are naturally good at. I don't know what those are, only you can answer that. But there's something that you find just comes naturally to you. So you want to focus on that. At the very least, at this stage, you need to identify what you're good at. What comes naturally to you. Like, I've seen this when I was in the military, when I got out of the military, rather. Well, both in and out. I was a contractor. And I was working alongside military and government employees and other contractors and whatnot. And so many government employees hate their fucking job. They hate it. They became a government employee because the money was good and the benefits were good. And they just are counting down until retirement. They hate their job. It's soul crushing. It's just sucking the life out of their eyes. They're just sitting there pretending to work. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You couldn't pay me enough to sit in a fucking cubicle for 30, 40 years just waiting for retirement. It's not worth it. I'd much rather just take a pay cut, bust my ass, and try to get into that 1%, something I'm passionate about, than to be in a soul-crushing job for the money. Because as I covered in the last video, who cares? Why spend your whole life earning money to enjoy the end of your life when you could be enjoying your life right now? But part of that is knowing what makes you happy, knowing what you're good at, knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and then, of course, asking yourself, what do you want to do with your life? There's all kinds of thought experiments, like if you had $1 million, if you won the lottery, whatever, if you didn't have to work for money, what would you do? Now, of course, you'd go to the beach, you'd golf, you'd travel the world, you'd snort cocaine off of hookers' asses. But after you did all that, once all that basically became boring, and it will, you have decades left to live. What are you going to do with your life? You're going to sleep in, do drugs? I mean, what are you going to do? Chances are there's this thing you've wanted to do, but you're like, but there's no money to be made. I can't earn a living doing that. So you did something else. But now that you have $1 million, now you're like, you know what? Now I can start that business. Now I can donate my time and I can start this charity, or I can become a teacher. I can do this thing that I really wanted to do, but there was no money in it. I couldn't make a living doing the thing I wanted to do, so I had to do something else. But now that I have this money, now that I don't have to worry about money anymore, now I can do the thing I really want to do. Whatever that thing is, just do that now. If you're a MGTOW, you have no dependents. Unless you're like a single dad paying child support, then, F. But assuming you're a MGTOW with no family, no wife, no kids, all you have to do is lower your standard of living. Scrimp. And you can do the thing you love. Coming home to a big house after 8 hours of a job you hate, living only for the weekend to enjoy the money that you sacrificed your life for, is going to be far less fulfilling than having a career that you love, enjoying every day of your life, even if you have to come home to a small house. Even if you come home to, a few meager possessions. You're not as rich as the people. Who cares? It's just money. And again, if you're passionate about something, you're going to be really good at it. You're going to soar to the top of that thing you're passionate about because you're so passionate about it. And you're also going to put in time to become the best at it. Like if you want to be a writer, you're going to read good books. You're going to rise above the people who don't achieve shit, and you're going to do something great. Now, quick caveat, I don't want you to quit your job and have no ability to pay your bills. If the thing you're passionate about really pays nothing, like art, like you're going to be a starving artist, I would recommend you maintain your day job, but do the thing on the side until it becomes self-sustaining, until you break into the industry or whatever, you have your big break, and then you can use your passion to support yourself. So here's the thing. If you are working a 9-to-5 job and it is sucking all the life out of you and you have no energy, you basically bust your ass, Monday through Friday, you sleep all weekend, doing light chores, and you're back to work on Monday, and you have no energy for your passion, you need to get a different job. Even if it pays less, as long as you're paying your bills, you need energy. So go from if you have a high-stress job that's, very whatever, like high speed, using up all your energy and creative will, get rid of that job, get a job that's slower paced, that's allowing you to have some energy on the side, so that you can also work on your passion project. So, have a work from home job or whatever. Have like a low speed 9 to 5 with a small business part-time job on the side that'll allow you to have some creative energy left over so you can actually build up the thing you want to do. Again, this might require you to take a hit in your standard of living. You might have to downsize your living arrangements. You might have to get a car with more miles on it. You don't have a family. You don't have a wife and kids. So no one's going to divorce you. No one's going to take half your shit if you downgrade your standard of living. Now, if you're married, you're kind of fucked, because your wife is going to have strong words for you if you try to do that with her, because she didn't sign up for you to be passionate about your reason for living. She just expects you to provide her with a standard of living. So you're kind of fucked in that way. And if you're divorced and paying child support, well, you're already living basically hand to mouth right now because all your money is going to your ex. So you're kind of fucked. So hopefully I caught you before you knocked a bitch up or said I do, and there's some hope. If you've already said I do, you've already knocked a bitch up, I don't know what to tell you, man. Do the best you can. Hopefully when you get out of baby jail, you'll have some time left to live a life that's full of meaning and purpose. But you're kind of fucked because you came in a woman's pussy and she took your money. Anyway, I think that is it for part 1. Take stock of yourself. Again, if you can't remember this system, just remember, take women's rights away. That's how you become a winner, is you take women's rights away. And the take stands for take stock of yourself. So next video we'll talk about step 2, women are not a priority, but we'll save that for then. This is Turd Flinging Monkey. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. 13 Rules to Not Be a Fucking Cuck is my latest book, and my greatest book. My previous works have been mostly comedy, satire, parody. This is a book I didn't just do for the lulz and because it was funny, but actually because I think it will make a difference and will help people. We live in a world with a lot of different competing ideologies, individuals, organizations, everything you can think of, trying to subvert your life for its purpose. Everybody has a plan for your life and they don't care what yours is. But if you don't stand up for your life, about what you want to do with your life, somebody else is going to make that decision for you. So don't be a cuck. Check out 13 Rules to Not Be a Fucking Cuck on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. Links in the description.